Braider's Choice tail extension with the single loop at the top. You'll want to find the bottom of your horse's tailbone, which is right about here, and then you're going to want to go up to whatever length you need to keep the bottom of the extension no longer than the point of the fetlock. Once you find that area, you're going to make a long, tight braid right where you want the top of the loop to lay, like so. And this braid can stay in over the weekend. If you're at a weekend show, you can put it in the night before, just the braid, not the extension, because if there's no extension attached to it, it's not going to hurt to have it in the tail. Make your braid tight. And braid down 3 or 4 inches or more if you have the tail hair to utilize. Your braid doesn't have to be fat. This thickness or maybe a little thicker. And then you're going to rubber band off. I like to use 2 rubber bands, so if one breaks you have the other as backup. I'm using a contrasting color rubber band here to make it easier for you to see. And again, if I were doing this for a show, I would back it up with another rubber band. So once you have your braid, here's a better view of it. You'll take your extension, and again, I'm using a contrasting colored extension so it's easier to see. You'll push your braid through, you'll bring it around and push it through again, like that. And then you're just going to slide your loop right up tight against the tailbone, as tight as you can be. Then you're going to take a little bit of hair from either side of your first braid, and you're going to braid it into that main braid. And again, a nice tight braid. And you want to braid down about 1 inch or so. Just so you're somewhere past the main portion of the tail extension, the top portion of the tail extension. And rubber band it off. If you were going to hunter braid your horse, this is all you would need to do, because when you hunter braid, you're going to be catching all of this hair all the way down, and that's going to hold everything in place. If you're leaving it natural, I like putting in stabilizer braids, which is just a little bit of tail hair from the underside of the extension to a little bit of your horse's tail hair right below your main braid. That keeps the top of the extension snug against the tailbone, so when the tail moves, it goes with the tail rather against the motion, like a pendulum would. These stabilizer braids, you only need to braid down about 1 inch or so. And then, again, rubber band off. Be sure that your horse's tail hair is clean and dry before you put in your tail extension, as is your tail extension. So your stabilizer braid is just going to go to the back side like so. There's your main braid, and then the hair just lays over the extension like so and blends in.